and I can do all I can do bad by myself. You sure can do bad by yourself, and you will by yourself, but you do great with others. The question is who, right? Who are the people in your life that you are supposed to be doing this particular mission with? Okay, so let's bring this up. Let's bring it up. Boom. Okay. Um, Actually, let's go back a little bit. I'm sorry. So we have what in my life is most important to me. Number two would be, what does success mean to me? That's a good question, right? And then what motivates or drives me into action. So what does success mean to me? Let's start there, right? Success to me is more so, who's doing this mission with me? Who's doing this mission with me? Am I, helping others by helping myself? Am I helping others by helping them reach their goals? Am I helping others by showing them a way that helps them get to another level so that they can help the next and the next and the next and generation after generation and moving forward? Yeah, that's successful to me. To me, success is my children being able to take what I've done and do it better. Take what I've done and do it better long after I'm gone. See, basically what I'm saying is like the statement I read earlier. In leadership, I feel that you're a great leader when you don't even have to be around, but your name carries on. And the thing that you're doing carries on. The thing that you built carries on. It lives on. And let's think about it. Whether you agree or disagree, okay? The name of Jesus Christ has lived on for thousands of years at this time now. Whether you agree or disagree, okay? And I'm not here to shove my faith down people's throats or anything like that. Here's what I'm saying. Just hear me out, okay? Just hear my heart. His leadership, his values, his vision, right? I was watching a show called The Chosen, and he literally told the disciples, and this is obviously in the gospel as well too, but the way that they broke this down, it humanized the disciples when they were told to go out 2 by 2 on a mission to preach the gospel, right? To heal the sick, right? To lay hands on people. And I think that is amazing how the disciples, when they looked at him in the show, when they looked at Jesus, they say, me, us? Like, you want us to go out and do what you do? You want us to go out and heal the sick? He wouldn't tell you to do it if he didn't believe that you could do it. He wouldn't tell you to do it if he didn't already put it in you in the first place. Right? So what I'm saying is that he was teaching because at some point he won't be here in the physical, but he's always here in the spiritual. So what I'm saying is that lasting change, lasting results, for a leader to come and do his mission, do what it is that he's called to do, and then create disciples. Now y'all go out and y'all do it, and then y'all do it better than me. That's leadership right there, y'all. That's leadership right there. Okay? That right there is what I'm talking about. So you have to ask yourself the question, what am I doing to train my child, to train my community, to train people that's going to A, be pleasing unto God, and B, is it going to be when I'm no longer here, how is that going to translate? Are they going to take what I've built and expand, or are they going to squander it? Here's a great example, okay? Let's take the Rockefellers, for example. We'll take the Rockefellers versus the Vanderbilts, okay? Now, if you know this story, like I do, check this out. The Rockefellers have had 6 generations of generational wealth since Rockefeller has passed, right? John D. Rockefeller. Read about it, okay? 6 generations since he's passed, okay? What they did from a money standpoint, was they were able to protect their finances and have a system put in place that can help each and every Rockefeller that comes from that particular bloodline. Now, there's 200 Rockefellers that are living today, and they all benefit, from John D. Rockefeller and his work and the leadership that he put in place. Now, whether you like him or not, the reality is that I want you guys to listen to the story. Take the meat, spit out the bones. Check it out, okay? So by creating a system, a financial system that helps his family in creating trust accounts and creating, and leveraging insurance and things in that nature, right? They were able to take this same system and implement it generation after generation after generation after generation, to where that when someone becomes of age, they have money, okay, set in place for a business or a home, or you want to go to college, right? They have a trusted account for that entire bloodline that if anything happens, they're all taken care of, okay? Right? Now, the Vanderbilts, their money only lasted 3 generations. Why? Because guess what? They didn't have the right people put in place that can actually take that money to another level. They ended up squandering their finances, and everything that Vanderbilt had built from the early 1900s went away in 3 generations. Mansion after mansion after mansion. So you can either try to live lavishly, or you can be a good steward over your finances, and it will last generation after generation after generation after generation, and it'll continue on. What am I talking about? You got to teach the philosophy. If we don't teach the philosophy, then guess what? We squander ourselves from the mission. We squander ourselves from the vision, right? And how do we have that? We don't have that unless we understand our values. We got to understand the values at the end of the day. Now, with Rockefeller and Vanderbilt, these are 2 people right here that were the highest of the high in America as far as finances go. And then one man's family didn't understand the value, they didn't understand the mission, and they didn't see the vision. But another man's family saw the vision, they're completing the mission, and then they added the values. They understand the values, and you're taking that every single time. So every time a new Rockefeller is born, guess what? They're already taken care of from the jump. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. A king will take care of his kingdom no matter what. A king will make sure that his kingdom is perfectly fine. A king will make sure that the people that are in his kingdom look like kings, look like queens. Woo! Think about it like this. King Solomon, wisest king to ever live. Queen of Sheba comes to King Solomon's kingdom because she heard about all the great things that he's been doing and how his people are treated in the kingdom that he has. She came bearing gifts. And when she came bearing gifts, King Solomon said, hey, listen, I'm paraphrasing, but I appreciate what you done for me. But guess what? I got something for you. And he sent Queen Sheba home. And when let me back up. When she first came into his kingdom, she had to see for herself. His kingdom, the workers, the people that work for King Solomon, they didn't look like slaves. They didn't look like employees. They look like royalty. When Queen of Sheba came in and she seen that, she was just taken back in awe, like, wow. This is how a kingdom is ran. And not only did she came bearing gifts, but she left with more than what she brought. I'm going to say that again. She left with more than what she came with. Why? Because guess what? King Solomon saw the vision, he sees the mission, and he wanted to add value. He wanted to add value. See, back then, kings and queens, it was kind of like a thing, like in a competition in a sense where, you bring me gifts, I'm going to bring you gifts. I'm going to come bearing gifts as well, too. I didn't want to get outdone by the other king or the other queen. I want to make sure that I am giving, okay? And I heard a wise man once tell me, give until it hurts, Kenny, and then give some more, which is why I'm giving y'all this game and everything right now, okay? So, what am I saying? What's your mission? I want you guys to write down your mission. I want you to write down, what is your mission in life? After you've written down what your vision is, what is it that you want to see? What is it that God has placed in your heart? What is the thing that you should be doing on a day-to-day basis, right? And then I want you to write down, what is the mission? Why do you have to get this thing done? Why is it important? For what reason or reasons that this mission has to get done? Who is this mission going to serve? These are all questions, and I want you guys to you can pause the video, write it down, okay? Who is the mission going to serve at the end of the day? And what is the purpose and what is the benefit of this particular mission? Everybody got that? Okay.